It's a really delicious story. So Warren Buffett and his Hathaway group, they have this meeting during the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting in Omaha. Peter Flaherty, chairman of the National Legal and Policy Center, had his microphone cut, was arrested and forcibly removed from the arena for speaking some very uncomfortable truths. Do you want to hear what they are? So here, that looks like to me Warren Buffett. He's like chairing this meeting. It's in a huge ballroom. And watch this.
Senators to present a proposal.
I am Peter Flaherty, chairman of the National Legal and Policy Center. If we had an independent chair, the company would be less identified with Mr. Buffett's political activities. He's donated tens of billions to the bill.
So he's saying stuff about Warren Buffett, who's sitting right there. That's him, right?
Yes.
He's saying that we need an independent chairman of this group instead of him, instead of Warren Buffett, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
He's donated tens of billions to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. As Bill Gates explained when the company was still together, although the company bears our names, basically half our resources have come from Warren Buffett. If woke culture is the disease, then philanthropy is the virus. The Gates Foundation bankrolls the teaching of critical race theory around the country, including that math is inherently racist. The Gates Foundation offers a gender identity toolbox, which asserts that gender is a result of socially and culturally constructed ideas. This is a lie. Gender is not a cultural construct. It is a genetic and biological fact. You're not going to censor what I say, ma'am. I'm very sorry. And I'll appeal to the chair that I be allowed to continue. Sir?
So now he appeals to Warren Buffett.
Oh, boy.
Well, let's just have a Coca-Cola settle down.
So you know how we like to show videos of like Code Pink and Medea Benjamin interrupting the speeches by the powerful? Well, this might be the most daring thing I've ever seen, because this guy's an invited speaker and he's doing that. He's scheduled to be there and he's busting them. Watch this. So here he goes.
You may continue, but you're under a 3-minute limitation.
So he said you can continue, but you're under 3 minutes.
Of course. We know how much Bill Gates cares about children. He met and traveled with Jeffrey Epstein many times after Epstein's convicted sex crimes. The Gates Foundation had a huge...
The crowd's booing. Did you know that Epstein had that many accomplices? I did not know that, because that's what that sounds like. Why would you boo that?
What's over the COVID response?
Stuff, by the way,
They didn't boo the other
controversial gender takes or any of that.
None of that.
They're like, whoa, come on, don't bring up the real thing we know happened. Come on, man, that's not cool.
The Gates Foundation may be the largest single donor to the dark money machine known as Arabella Associates. It funds causes like defunding the police, making American cities unlivable. Money goes also to groups conducting threats.
So now Warren Buffett's like, somebody please cut his mic, right? That's what he's saying.
Who are the people in the audience that are sitting there like the worthless suck-up sycophants are like, get him out of here. Like, it's not like Warren Buffett's like, take your 3 minutes.
Right.
Because he's going to top. Then whoever they are, the most pathetic humans I've ever encountered. Even worse than the ones with masks on that are mad at Code Pink at the War Pig party. You're a punk to sit there trying to defend Bill Gates from the audience.
From the audience.
Oh.
Well, Bill Gates was at that thing. He was there. Like there was a video. I saw a video of like a half hour earlier. He was there. So here we go. Watch this. So they cut his mic right here. So there he is, and they cut his mic. And then people applaud that they cut his mic.
Doesn't look like a very big crowd, too, by the way.
I think you got to be
nonsense.
I think you got to be like a shareholder or something to be at that meeting, right? Isn't that what that is? So, and then this happened. So they went and they got him.
shareholders' money.
So they went and got a cop, because the cops work for the oligarchs, and they arrested him. And now watch this guy. He takes out his phone, and this guy stops him.
What the hell?
Did you see that? So I'm going to assume that man was never seen again.
Probably. I just went up here, in China, you can't call the president Winnie the Pooh. They'll do something about it. Well, here we have private industry to control the cops and make sure you say don't insult the... I would
wish he would have did it like a keynote or like a video presentation where he could have did this, showed this. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, boo.
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 Are you booing one or all three people?
Boo, this is an inconvenient truth. Boo. Oh, there's Bill Gates.
Boo.
With Jeffrey. Oh, boo. Oh my God. Boo.
Move on.
Oh, look, there's a prince.
Boo.
There's a prince with Ghislaine.
But definitely bring up Trump on flimsier charges than these real ones. Boo, I don't want to hear this verifiable thing. Promote the thing that really looks like it was set up.
Yeah. That was fantastic. I don't think you're ever going to see something like that again in our lifetime. That was great. At the Hathaway meeting with all those people.
What got into this guy?
I don't know what got into that guy.
I got into you.
He's the head of their legal whatever. He's the head of the chairman of the National Legal and Policy
Peter
Center.
Flaherty.
So wow, that's something.
Wow.
It's just great because it shows you like that. It's like all that stuff that it's a culture war about. Okay, is coming from this old white guy.
Yes,
and another old.
So he's telling you the reason why the country's fighting about critical race theory and gender, it's because these philanthropists, the billionaire class who actually controls this, wants us talking about this stuff and wants us fighting about this stuff. Why? So we don't pay attention to the real game that's happening to us. We're being fleeced and controlled. The WHO, digital banking, lockdowns, mandates, and the billionaire class is doing it all. All those billionaires got rich during COVID when everybody else got flattened. Bill Gates made $500 million during COVID off of one investment in one vaccine. That's what he made off of one investment in one vaccine. You know how we were all struggling? Everybody got crushed during COVID. Remember how regular working people got crushed? And by the way, the only country in the whole world that didn't pay its workers when they closed their businesses. Every other country, Canada, UK, Japan, every other country in the world paid their workers when they closed them down for a lockdown over COVID, except the United States, because we're the most corrupt country right now.
You know what I do like? I mean, the little ray of silver, the silver lining of that to me is because all those other countries that I have friends I talk to where they do not seem as disturbed by the lockdown stuff because they were getting their money. The government was paying them their wages, so they were really open to being controlled. That's right. Way. Because America don't want to give you nothing, they just want to put in prison. They can't run the prison. Everybody's armed. Everybody's armed to the teeth during the pandemic. Instead of paying wages, everybody got armed to the teeth while stuff burned.
Yeah. I mean, during the Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, so these the greed is going to be the undoing of it because you can't really control a population that hates your guts and is armed to the teeth, and you didn't do anything for them, and you're going to tell them what to do unless they're going to get sick of it. You can do that to like Australia.
But don't you think it's interesting that Bill Gates is behind critical race theory?
Yeah, I knew that. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
I didn't know that.
Hey, remember?
And gender stuff? I didn't know they pushed that gender stuff.
Of course.
I didn't know any of that.
Bill Gates like, I'm a manly man if everyone starts taking hormones. No,
if gender's fluid, Bill Gates could be a man.
I'll be the most manly man in the world. No, they want to.
Bill Gates could get a discount on Bud Light Beer Night. You know that.
Bill Gates, I mean,
without trying is what I'm saying.
He doesn't even, I mean, he looks like, that's where the lizard people things are coming from, is like him and Zuckerberg, and like people look at him, they're like, there's something uncanny.
Yeah.
When I look in their faces, their weird, thin aristocrat blood. That like, it used to be bad to be fat. That all the news, like people are too fat, and then they'd show somebody's fat ass walking down the street. Remember that?
Yeah.
There's all these jokes about it.
They wouldn't show their face. They would just show their...
Yeah, just a real demeaning.
Remember that? They would do that all the time on the news.
Yeah, now they don't because the guy who sells corn syrup, it's like, get more corn syrup in there.
That's right.
There's no problem. Remember the commercials about corn syrup is not like, it's the same as sugar.
Yeah, it's just the same. Or high fructose corn syrup. It's just like sugar. No, it's not.
There's a whole commercial too. Like
high fructose corn
what?
syrup is poison.
No, people can take. That's why they want Mexican Coke. So it has
That's
the
right.
sugar in it.
You want Mexican Coke.
It's just how woke they go. Well, it's just being progressive. But no, it tastes like shit. I can tell it's not progressive. Some rich guy gets subsidized, overproduce it, and put it in everything. That guy's right.
That's right.
He's actually confirming a tweet I made.
Really? What was the tweet?
Because remember that chick couldn't define woke on the
Yes.
Hill, and I go, it's not a. Then Elon's like, it's a mind virus. It's not a mind virus. It's corn syrup, social corn syrup. A couple of billionaires make a lot of money putting it in every goddamn thing, and now your kids are fat and stupid.
Well,
That's
so
what it
that's the
is.
guy at the top of. He's one of them, and he's saying they're
Him and
doing
Bill.
this. So he's this.
All the farms, remember, Bill bought all the farm. That where we grow corn for more than we need. Every liberal knows this because they've all seen a documentary about how corn's bad. But they don't somehow. Everybody's compartmentalized to never put it all together. It's upsetting to people.
Our entire culture is controlled by and commerce and is by a handful of billionaires. That's why we're having these wars. That's why we're fighting now about gender and bathrooms and trans people
And an
in
autocrat
sports. And
is if you're not listening to those billionaires. That's what they mean by he's authoritarian. He's not listening to this group of oligarchs on our way. That's why what's so extra bad about Putin. Not the the things I would think are crimes. He was mean to the oligarchs.
yeah,
And made them not to get to the control of the stuff they stole.
That's right.
That's his real crime.
that's his real crime. Check out my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny, at jimmydore.com. Only $10. Become a premium member. We're going to be on tour in Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, California, Baltimore, Maryland, and San Francisco, California. Plus, did we say Chicago? There's lots of stuff. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. See you there.